Sorry?
I have done BBA.
Acha, okay, ठीक है. And which specialization would you take up?
Marketing.
What is omni-channel marketing?
Omni-channel marketing would be when we are
Tell me three types of marketing.
three types of marketing.
Hmm.
Digital marketing, promotions like
Then,
on
no, it's an umbrella term. Chalo, I'll give it to you. One is digital, two more.
uh, digital marketing, and then marketing through uh, personal relations, so public relations like PR.
PR is not marketing. PR is a different stream altogether.
um,
Acha, what is the difference between direct and indirect taxes?
Direct and indirect taxes.
Hmm.
Direct taxes would be the taxes which we pay on the goods, if we are buying something, so the direct tax which we are paying on that, and
Is
that,
GST a direct tax or an indirect
yes,
tax?
GST would be a direct tax.
Give me two examples of indirect taxes.
Uh,
Where are you
Indirect,
from, Prapti?
Mathura, ma'am, UP.
UP. What are SCZ zones? What are SCZ, sorry?
Special economic zones.
What are they?
Special economic zones would be the special economic zones would be, ma'am, like the areas which we consider there are like different policies for there are different policies like different you can say different policies and rules and regulation there do.
What is the benefit of these zones? And who benefits from it?
I don't know.
Okay. Which is your favorite marketing campaign?
My favorite marketing campaign would be one was done by MACD that once was like their guerrilla marketing. They painted the zebra crossing the as a French fries. So that was very low investment but
Which
high
country
impact
was it
marketing.
based in? Who was the TG? And what was the ultimate goal of that campaign?
Ma'am, the ultimate goal was to remind people uh, that the it was all that to remind them of the familiarity of the MACD meal, to remind them of the comfort, like to just make an impact and just uh, impact on their mind that.
What struck a chord with you in this campaign? Why do you like it?
Ma'am, I think it was a very low effort campaign. They did not have to they did not have to make a lot of effort in it, and they did not have to
Do you
put
know
a
how
lot
many
of money.
permissions are required from any government across the world to paint a zebra crossing in any city?
Mm, no, ma'am.
Exactly. Chalo, koi nahi. Who's the chief architect of this year's budget?
Chief, I don't know.
Okay. Who presented the budget?
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman.
Mrs.
Miss
Srimati?
Miss Nirmala Sitharaman.
Mrs.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Give me three takeaways from this year's budget.
Okay, so first they want to revolutionize the textile industry. They also want to they are start focusing on content creation, animation, VFX. They are going
Hmm.
to start investing in that. They are going to invest 4%. 4.4% of GDP in mental health, women empowerment, and health
What is the
awareness
size
camp.
of our GDP?
Uh,
What is the size of our GDP?
Size of a GDP, like I I think it was 8.1%.
She's not asking the economic growth. She's asking the size of the GDP of India.
बिलियन, ट्रिलियन, मिलियन, कितने में है?
And
ठीक है. Over to you, sir, or ma'am. You can take it.
Suniti, you can go ahead.
You've mentioned about you've worked as a marketing intern in your CV with Fortis. Can you
Yes.
specify me one gap that you found and how you addressed it? You've mentioned that you've addressed it through data-driven approach. What was the solution? Can you elaborate on that?
okay, so for Fortis, because we used to market when we were marketing, we used to the problem was a lot of negative reviews we were receiving in comparison to the other hospitals. So we used to what we did, we started to changing the type of content we are like the content we were posting on that we were getting negative reviews, and we started also contacting with all those patients and try to understand like what was the issue, why were they unhappy, what were the problems they faced, and try to solve those problems and help them also with those problems to reduce the uh, negative impact which was surrounding around the hospital reputation.
Okay, so you have mentioned that you have had a strong foundation in consumer behavior as well. Can you link a specific theory of consumer behavior with the campaign that you used with Fortis or any other organization like Maya you've mentioned?
Okay, so during Manya, what we were doing, we used to do this weekly webinar. So earlier, what we used to do was just send consumers AI created generated messages like a weekly message, which was I think annoying to some of our customers or consumers, which you can say, and so they weren't really reacting well to it. So we changed that strategy. We stopped sending those type of messages. Instead, we started creating more personalized messages to them, which did not annoy our consumers, which in fact were more helpful to them. Like started creating messages around their journey related to the studies, around their what are like their visa processes, accord messages related to their college selection processes. So that was one thing we did.
Can you give me an example? I was not able to relate what you were trying to say. Just one example to elaborate more on it.
Okay, so there was this one student who had an issue with all the they earlier the student were not much more clear and thought there was not a proper communication between them. That's why they wanted to change wanted to switch from our company to a competitor. So we, to make them more satisfied, what we started doing, we started connecting with them on more personal level. We started making personalized messages, personalized journeys for them. We started like making we make the communication more clear for them, so they did not switch to the another competitor.
Okay. What is your take on CSR in private sector? As you've mentioned that you have an experience in fundraising also and
Okay.
on-ground activities.
Yeah. So CSR in private sector, it's a some as even it is legal by our government, all companies are forced to do that somewhat. I believe like not all of the companies are doing it because it should be something which should be done for the welfare of the society and the environment, and but they are doing it because they don't want to face legal actions right now. But even that's the reason I believe it should be stay mandatory, because no matter what the reason, they are still ended up doing work like CSR, HDFC Bank do tree plantation drives sometime. So this is like a good initiative, and it should be done because it's very important nowadays. And even for like as a marketing perspective, companies do it because consumer nowadays are very much aware and very much more woke about it, and they want to use sustainable product, they want sustainable packaging, they want to take a stand for all of this. So even companies don't want to face backlash also, so that's why they're doing it. But no matter what the reason, it's a good thing that it is happening.
Okay. That's from my side, Angad sir. You can take over.
Okay. Okay, the first question for you is when should a leader resign, even if the performance is strong?
Sir, when the leader might feel stuck somewhere, when even like if the performance is strong, but leader feels like personally feel that he she is not growing much in this place, in this position anymore. She feels like they are not able to learn something new. They feel they are not productive anymore. They want some kind of change. That's when I feel they should resign. Like when they feel stuck in a place and they feel they are not learning new anything else. They're not
So,
growing.
okay, can discounting permanently damage a brand and its equity?
Uh, Discounting means like providing discount to the consumer.
Yes, obviously.
Okay. No, I don't think so. Discounting can permanently damage a brand because every
Give me
brand provide.
examples how it has not damaged a brand.
Basically, there are a lot of brands which provide different kind of sales. Like there are sales like Black Friday sales. Every brand provides it. It's just a way. Time brands can also like clear their stocks, which was not getting cleared up. So it's and it some not, and it sometimes also like help people, it push people to buy more product because it's a consumer mindset that when they are getting a discount or when they are getting like buy one get one free kind of sales, they tend to buy more. So it does not damage a brand as such. If we provide the discounts sometimes, in fact it might also help them create a customer like
So
lifetime
why
value.
doesn't Gucci, Prada, or Louis Vuitton have deep discounting, as you have just mentioned? People would buy more of the products. So
Yeah,
why are they not using the same analogies?
because they have a different target audience. The target audience is not the normal consumer. Like it's not a day-to-do product, it's a premium brand. They are luxury, not even premium, they're luxury brands. So their target is not they do not want to make their product available to everyone. They want to stay premium, they want to stay luxurious, that no, not everyone can afford their brand. That's why they don't need to provide discounts in general, because even their brand values, like people buy it to mainly to show off that yeah, we can afford this, we have so much money. It's a kind of a symbol, luxury symbol. That's why people buy it, and that's why they don't need to provide a discount. And if they started providing discount and everyone can afford it, they will lose their brand value. The
Okay. If let's suppose the brand recall for a company for a product is very high, but the conversion is very low, where do you think the failure lies?
So there could be a lot of reasons why, like if the brand value is high but the conversion is low, maybe like the consumer might find the same product for cheap in different places. Maybe the consumer is not convinced enough that this is the product they need in their life, that they need to spend so much in that. Maybe they are not able to properly put aware the benefits or advantages of their product. Maybe the process which a consumer go through to buy a product is not smooth, and is not very satisfactory to consumer. That's also sometimes we lose the consumer if
Okay.
the process is very complicated.
Can good marketing fix a bad product?
Sometimes yes, sir, because a lot of time
Give me
people don't.
examples, real life examples. Don't give me explanation.
Okay,
Give me real life examples.
okay. So like there's company niche here. In general, like nobody really needed that product in the market, but it was only like it's a mainly Wix, and it is a quite expensive product also. And we never thought that like we needed that kind of product in the market just for like they sell different kind of hairstyles, like you can add bangs, you can add curtain bangs, you can
Prapti,
add.
don't you think people have always been using wigs? I mean, there is a market for it, and the
Exactly.
product is
So
also
And
not
people
bad.
are only
ha-
using,
how do
people
you
are.
know?
Yes,
Yeah, Navleen,
ma'am.
you were asking something.
How do you know it's a bad product?
But I'm not saying it's a bad product. I'm saying it's a product
But the
which was
question
not.
specifically asks you, how does good marketing excuse me, fix a bad product?
Okay.
Tell me a product that is bad, and how does good marketing actually has improved its finances or revenue, whatever you want to say.
Okay.
Take 10 seconds to think and then answer, no issues.
Yes, ma'am. So I think for that we can take example of Maggie, as after the downfall of Maggie, when there was some like there were rumors like it was not healthy, and like there were uh, chemicals and pieces of glasses, it could be considered a bad product. But they again marketed it as like a family family product, like it's a 2-minute Maggie, it's what mom served to the customer. So and it rebuilt that trust again in the market to the consumer, because at one point everyone was boycotting it, everyone was moving away from it, that it's unhealthy and they don't need it. It's not very like,
Okay.
people were moving towards health
Can
conscious
dark
people.
patterns ever be justified in growth stages?
Sorry, so what?
Can dark patterns ever be justified during a growth stage of a product?
Mm.
Do you know
So I
what are
didn't
dark
understand the.
patterns?
No,
Okay, you
sir.
don't know. No issues. Okay. Should companies market harmful products responsibly, or should they not market it at all?
So companies do. So like harmful product would be like some harmful product like cigarettes, alcohols are to
Yes.
banned only to market. So they market it by like marketing other product like Kingfisher market glass, and so they don't they're not even allowed to directly market those product. And I think that's good
Can you give
because
me one more example apart from Kingfisher?
sure sir, like Kingfisher Market Club, so ITC has all those other, even though like we know, everyone know ITC's main revenue is from cigarettes, but they have all the other brands, and like Sunfeast,
Wrong.
Ashirvad, and they
But
market all.
has it ever used the marketing of other products to market its cigarette segment? Like Kingfisher is the right
No, sir.
example. So this is the wrong example.
Okay. So
Okay, we'll move
the.
forward.
Okay.
United States wants to capture or buy Greenland. Why do you think that is? Give me three reasons.
Um, so I'm not aware.
Okay. United States has recently, I mean, Epstein files have recently been, come out in public, have come out in public.
Yes, sir.
What is your opinion on it?
So on moral levels, like they are very like very very disturbing also, because the things that are mentioned in them, because like they are eating children and they are like underage teenagers, and so it's not obviously not right, and like some strict action should be taken. But because of all the names, the high powered people which are involved in that, so we can't say like anything would be actually done because they are the people who are in the power to do something. But all the things which are happening in those files and which are mentioned are very very disturbing, and something which should not be done to any human, or something should not be done on any human level, like eating children's. That's
Prapti, what according to you should be the punishment given to the people accused in the files or the names mentioned in the files? What kind of punishment should be meted out to them?
ma'am, there should be like life imprisonment or something, because what are they doing is not
Do you
even like
think
a
it's
decent.
justified that someone who murders someone is given life imprisonment and someone mentioned in the Epstein files, and if they are caught to be uh, actual perpetrators of whatever happened on that island, do you think life imprisonment would justify their crimes?
Ma'am, I mean, what they're doing is very, very wrong and very much inhuman things to do. So,
Prapti,
yeah,
does
they
India
should
have
at least
capital
receive
punishment?
life imprisonment. That's like basic punishment they can get. Sorry, sir, what?
I'm asking, does India have capital punishment?
Does India have capital punishment?
Yes.
I don't know, sir.
Okay. One last question. After this entire interaction, how much would you rate yourself and tell me what went wrong according to you?
Mm, sir, I think 5 or 6, because
Why are you so
I
underconfident?
sir, because there in between, like there were a lot of GK questions I wasn't able to answer properly. So even as like I wasn't able to answer the question of like omni-channel and marketing as my specific field, I should be aware of every single fact and figure about marketing. That's why.
Okay, let's move on to your feedback. Navleen,
Um, Prapti, one thing I would give to you is that you are aware about things, case studies, everything that is happening around, barring a bit of GK, but you need to use less words.
Okay.
Uh, you use a lot of sentences, and that is why we tell kids to have a vast vocabulary or develop it.
Okay.
And when I take your interviews, I tell you to read up on the jargon of your specific field.
Okay.
This is the reason. I won't, I mean, ठीक है if you're underconfident, but read up more and especially word specific answers though.
Okay.
आप स्टोरी टेलिंग देखो is not मतलब your answers are right, but you're taking the longer path, which
Okay.
takes up a lot of time during interviews and is not welcome as well. ठीक
Okay.
है GK please read up, especially on budget, because you have a background in BBA, basics of economics, accounts, your views on it.
Mm.
Go through marketing once again,
Mm.
and again your favorite marketing campaign, why is it so that it's your favorite ad, etc.
Mm.
ठीक है मैम,
Yes,
to you.
ma'am.
Okay, so Prapti, one major thing I feel I was going through your CV, you have good pointers. You have to elaborate upon them well. When I'm
Okay.
asking you questions, the way you were answering, I was getting distorted with whatever you were saying. So it's
Okay.
very important to be very confident and concise when you say, so that the person who's hearing it does not get lost.
Okay.
You know what to say, but you're not articulating it well. As Navleen ma'am mentioned, yes, you definitely have to study budget. It is very important. There can be questions in that. Please read the recent news which is happening,
Mm.
because they can ask you questions that what is the even before your interview. I would suggest just read about the three major things that is happening. That will
Mm.
help you.
Okay.
Your basics, I feel, are a little weak, so you have to work on them. As I asked you a theory on consumer behavior, you were not able to link it with your internship very well.
Okay.
And that is my advice, that please be confident. Whatever you're saying, articulate it well, practice it a lot of times. Go in front of a mirror, look at yourself while speaking, so that you're able to understand where you're lacking.
Okay.
now coming to your critical thinking, Prapti,
Yes, sir.
what was the length that I had asked you to write?
I think 300 words, sir.
How many words did you write?
Sir, I don't know.
120, 150 max.
Okay.
So first problem arises there. See, whatever length is
Mm.
mentioned, it will not always be 300, can be 200, 250, 300, 500 also for some
Yes, sir.
colleges. So
Yes,
be
sir.
very, you have to follow the guidelines.